Alright, hello everybody, welcome to iCommand, this is TV Boy. We're doing another game log review. We're going to finish up our top 4 coverage of the third and final competitive league for Season 7, and then we're going to be doing the finals as well. So this is going to be a game of Derek versus Mark. We've got Derek down in the red deployment zone. He is playing a Han IG-11 list with Saska bringing IG-11 into Rebels. He's also got Hera, Jin Odan, Gideon Argus, R2D2, and C3PO, as well as Heroic Effort. And he is playing against Mark, who is running a pure swarm list. This is kind of like what we saw Destructor running in the other top 4 game against Morgan, except none of the bells and whistles, no Krennic, no Iden, nothing like that, just pure swarm. All generic figures, no uniques. He's got 2 groups of elite stormtroopers, 2 groups of elite ISB infiltrators, a heavy stormtrooper group with suppressive fire, a Zillow technique, and an officer with advanced comm system, and then Zillow technique and rule by fear. And so there's going to be no celebrating when any of these die, and probably some of no importance being played. And this is going to be a tough matchup for Derek. I think he can kill a lot of these pretty easily, but there's still going to be a lot more at the end of each round for him to deal with, especially if reinforcements is being played. So it looks like Mark took initiative, or has the initiative, and took the blue deployment zone. We're playing on the Uskru mission, so priority message. So this is the one with the droids that pop out. So not a whole lot of objective play, so that's good for Derek at least. He's not going to have to worry about all of Mark's figures being able to control the entire map, getting lots of victory points on him. And he might even be able to snipe one of Mark's droids as it crosses the map, which will be harder for Mark, or possibly easier for Mark, I'm not sure, since he has so many extra attackers. And Derek's attacks are going to be pretty precious this game. Looks like Mark is going to be discarding reinforcements, so we're going to not have that. But it makes sense if he's got the second copy in his deck to get rid of that for Rule by Fear. And here we go. So Mark is going to be passing to start. Let's see if we can get that go away. R2 can activate for Derek to draw a command card. Alright, and Mark can pass again. So 3PO going to activate, going to focus IG-11, so that tells us that Derek probably does not have guild programming in his hand. Or maybe he does, and he just wants to have IG focused up for the first round, and then he's going to use guild programming for the second round, although I have seen these troopers take out IG-11s pretty quick, so Derek needs to be really careful with his figures. He needs to be really careful to keep his Han next to 3PO to get that defense bonus. Otherwise, Han is going to get shredded by all these figures, especially the ISB infiltrators, which completely stop Han from playing cards like On the Lam. Alright, so we've got 3PO and Gideon have now activated, so we see IG-11 and Han focused. Mark moving his figures up. So the doors are locked, so they cannot be opened before the end of round 1. So Stormtroopers and Officer are going to be on the terminal. We've got Hera moving up to the fountain side on the right side of the map. Stormtroopers are now moving again up to the middle door, kind of just lining up against that wall. Saska activating, moving over by R2 on the left side of the map by the booth. ISB is going to move up over to the terminal, all kind of lining up in the middle between the terminal door and the middle door. We've got Jin Odan activated. Oh no, has not activated yet. She got moved by Gideon, so that makes sense. Everybody's kind of crowding around 3PO, which makes sense. Jin gonna stay next to 3PO. Han is probably gonna move out to get an end of round shot here and then move back. He's got a nice shot lined up against any of those stormtroopers, but he really wants to get rid of those ISB infiltrators, which are hiding behind some of Mark's stormtroopers. And here comes Han. He's going to double move up to the fountain, it looks like. Getting set up for a nice end of round, start of round chain here with Han. So that's the end of round 1. We're going to do doors first. No, excuse me. Droids come first, and then the doors. So here's the droids coming up to the fountain. And Mark sends his droid up as well to the middle door. So now it looks like Derek is going to start. So it's in reverse order of initiative at the end of the round. So Derek opens the first door. He's going to open the middle door for Mark's side. So interesting, not opening the terminal door. I don't think Mark is going to want to open the terminal door either, but he doesn't want to open the middle door. So he's probably going to open Saska's door by the booth. Oh, he's opening his own door to his terminal. Okay, interesting. Oh, and he does have marksman for Han, so I think he's going to go for a... Does he have line of sight to a ISB here? Okay, he's going to do end of round 2. Yep, he's going to target that ISB infiltrator. Oh, comm disruption, though, going to stop that marksman. So now Han has to attack something he can see. Nice use of comm disrupt there by Mark, and he seems to know that his ISB infiltrators are his best unit in this matchup. Okay, so here we go. He's attacking a stormtrooper instead. Pretty much his only target is focused. I think that's going to kill him. He's got 6 damage already on the dice, so no Zillow technique to help. Yep, so that's a dead stormtrooper. That's going to focus one of the other stormtroopers in that blue group. And now initiative going to pass back to Derek here. Now he's going to get to activate with Han first, unless there's a take. There is a take initiative being played, but Derek has the negation. So that's going to keep initiative on his side, and he's going to target this heavy trooper with tools for the job with Han. Going to add a red. No other cards here. Does have a reroll, but that's pretty good. I guess he can reroll that surge into something better. Might as well. Yeah, he's going to reroll the green. It gets the same thing. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So currently doing 7 damage. Something being played here. Oh, he's got tough luck though. So Mark able to tough luck the dice that just got rerolled. So that's hard. That's bad. That's going to go from 7 down to 5. Doesn't really change the kill math here, but still a lot of damage reduction for 1 point. And then Han going to move right back to the safety of 3PO. So still a nice turn there for Derek. 5 damage to that heavy and killed a stormtrooper before anything else could happen. Officer going to activate for Mark here. Going to order that stormtrooper back into cover. 3PO going to activate to focus Jin Odon. Mark going to pass. R2D2 going to activate to refill Derek's hand here. Stormtrooper is going to activate. Going to go after Hera. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. He could have gotten the kill with Hera because she was nearby. Whoops. So there's your elite stormtrooper group. Same as the campaign, just 2 points cheaper in IACP. No cards, but he does get to add an evade with 3PO. But I don't think that's going to change much. Looks like 3 damage going through. And then gonna go for Derek's droid here. So yep, he's got lots of spare attacks. He's gonna be able to attack that droid for 3 damage, and I believe they have 6 health. Let's see. Yeah, 6 health. So if Mark can kill the courier droids for Derek, that could really choke him off of VPs, and Derek doesn't really have the attacks to spare to go after Mark's droid, and Mark's droid's also in a much more secure location. Alright, going to shoot the stormtrooper with Hera for 3 damage. Mark gonna pass. Oh wait, not gonna pass? Can't pass. So another group of stormtroopers gonna activate here, and gonna go for the droid again, and that's gonna kill the droid. So, oof, that is big. That's 6 VPs being subtracted from Derek's score effectively, unless he can kill the Mark's courier droid in response. Mark's saying he made a big mistake throwing away the comms disrupt, thinking that he didn't have negation. I don't know. I think that if he keeps his ISB infiltrators around, that's actually a pretty good use of that card. Although he says he did plan his positioning around having take initiative, so that negation kind of threw a wrench in his plans. But I wouldn't say things are going too bad for Mark here. He gave up a 3-point stormtrooper and has basically killed a 6-point droid in exchange. Alright, so Derek activating Saska, not going to move. Mark is moving all of his guys into position over by the booth here. Going to capitalize on going first next round, although Derek could have taken initiative himself. Okay, we have, looks like Jin Odan, a focused attack on this 2 health Stormtrooper. Might have been a bit overkill there to do that, but needs to get some kills here. So Derek on the board with 6 points now. And yeah, Mark is piling everything into that left door by the booth. Saska not too happy, I think. Okay, interesting. Gideon. So really nice move with Gideon here. Moves Han back into position for an end of round shot here. But the ISBs are going to activate. Oh, and he's going to play Intelligence Leak. So what does Derek have in his hand? He does have Take Initiative and on the Lamb. He also has Celebration, Element of Surprise, and Marksman still. Another Marksman. Yeah, he's going to take Initiative because on the Lamb cannot be played against these ISB Infiltrators. Wait, he's going to get rid of Lamb. Does he get rid of the Lamb here, or should he just get rid of Take Initiative? Unless he must have Negation in his hand. If he has Negation, then it would make sense. So he's going to take the Strain, and we see Planning, Positioning Advantage, and Urgency being discarded from Mark's deck for the Strain there, for taking on the Lamb. Alright, so the ISB Infiltrator is still activating. Going to have that Focused Stormtrooper take a shot at Han. It is focused, but it's range 6. Let's see what happens. He wouldn't have been able to on the Lamb. Oh, he's going to play Concentrated Fire. Going to stun that other Stormtrooper to add a red. So this is going to be a big attack. As long as he makes the accuracy. Range 6. And Han, unfortunately, not next to 3PO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's one short, but he has this. He has a surge left. So he could surge for accuracy and be doing 3 damage. Can't reroll because he does not next to a trooper. So he's going to spend the surge on accuracy, so 3 damage. Not bad, not bad. Han got a good roll there defensively. Alright, now the other ISB is going to probably go for an attack here. Yep, going to go for an attack on Han. Okay, so interesting. The first ISB Infiltrator used Coordinated Raid, then moved up next to the fountain, and now that's allowing this other ISB Infiltrator to come up and make a shot on Han without getting hit by return fire. And interestingly, Derek cannot play that second Marksman in his hand because he can't play any cards during the ISB Infiltrator's activation. Super powerful ability on the ISB Infiltrators. Let's see, does he make it? He's got range, and not a good roll for Han, so that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, so 5 damage. So Han, yeah, Han is taking a lot of damage here. Alright, but that IG-11 now able to come out and take a shot on this ISB Infiltrator. Playing Element of Surprise with a focused rapid-fire attack. Can he get the kill? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that does it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 7 health. So one shots the ISB Infiltrator there. Going to go for the Stormtrooper here. Ooh, good roll for the Stormtrooper. Good roll for IG-11 too, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 3 is 4. Yeah, he's not going to get it. So just 4 damage, that Stormtrooper. And now we're going to move back and at least be protecting Han from line of sight. Because now Mark is going to have initiative. That door is going to open. All of those figures are coming in on Derek's booth side, where his terminal is. The courier droid now moving up for Mark. Derek redeploying his second courier droid. And yeah, it has to come out before the doors open. Alright, so now we got Han's end of round shot. Gonna go for the Stormtrooper there. Rerolls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -2 is 6, so he's got the kill. So Derek able to get these kills he needs, but like I said, look, there's so many more figures still on the table. Literally, almost literally every one of Mark's figures is combat oriented. So it's very efficiently oriented here. We're not looking at like big attacks with big damage. We're looking at lots of medium attacks, but he'll get you. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. There's the take initiative from Derek that was not taken by Intel Leak, and there's a negation that we said Mark probably had to be so confident about taking on the Lamb instead of take initiative. Trying to figure out what he wants to do here. Looks like he's activating the heavy stormtroopers. I'm going to go for the blast on Hera, but they are canceling one of the surges with 3PO there. Ooh, that is not good. That's 1 damage. Okay, second heavy going to come up. So suppressive fire being used, it looks like, to weaken Hera. So that's going to cancel out the distracting. And lots of surges on this one. Actually, I think more surges than the heavies can actually make use of. Let's see. Yep, so that's going to be 1 damage and blast 2. Putting Han very dangerously close to death here. Gonna activate Hera though instead. I would not be surprised if we saw some trooper run up and do a Hail Mary on Han from adjacency. Weakened attack by Hera into the Stormtrooper. Not a great roll. I believe that's just 2 damage, pierce 1. Unless he exhausts Zillow. Okay, we've got... Uh-oh. Is this Grenadier? Oh no. Yep, that is Grenadier. So targeting Jin space. So if he can get a 2, he kills Han and 3PO here. Oh, he got the 3. Yep. So that is a dead Han and a dead 3PO. Derek says, well, at least it wasn't a 2. So he gets 2. Oh, he killed Hera too. Oh my gosh. 3 figures dead from Grenadier. Card still got it. Especially against a list like Derek's where he kind of has to crowd around his other figures. He would have taken so much less damage on Han if he was next to 3PO there. But I get why he moved him out to get that end of round shot. So that is shooting Mark up to 17 points there. He just gained, what is that, 16 VPs with 1 action. Always very fun to see one of those spread damage things pay off and kill a bunch of figures all at once. Let's see. Alright, Derek is doing his heroic effort. He's going to activate Saska here. So let's see what Saska does. For anybody who's been paying attention to spoilers, we actually spoiled a new version of Saska. This version is just a recosted version of Saska. Same abilities as the old one, but our new version has a completely new set of abilities. Still has shady contacts, but actually uses device tokens now. So definitely make sure you're checking out the Season 8 spoilers. They're up on the main webpage. But it looks like she is going to be attacking the heavy trooper here, trying to finish it off. But it doesn't look like it's going to be happening. Not with that defensive roll. Alright, ISB infiltrators are here, and they're going to use coordinated raid to have the heavy stormtrooper attack Jin Odon, who no longer has the support of 3PO and is heavily damaged. She's only got 3 health left. Tries to play run for cover, but that's not going to work because of the comms jammer on the infiltrators. Works so nicely with their coordinated raid, allows them to basically shut down defensive command cards while their other friends are attacking as well. Derek says, that's okay, I'll just dodge. But that's not a dodge, but it's not a kill. Oh no, it is because of the +1 surge from spread fire, or spray fire. Yep, so that is a dead Jin, and now Derek's pretty much down to just IG-11 and Sasuke. Oh, and there's a card being played here. Oh no, Squad Swarm. So yeah, that's one of the deadlier plays with ISP Infiltrator, just no defensive command cards for 2 activations, lots of attacks. Gonna go for Gideon here. +1 surge for being hidden. 4 damage to Gideon. And that's going to finish it off with Coordinated Raid with a very generous 4 space range. Those walkie-talkies can reach pretty far. And now going to do a regular attack on R2. Oof, that's not good. But they have lots of surge abilities, so that's actually going to be 3 Pierce 1. And then they become re-hidden. And that's the GG. Yeah, I think Derek's going to call it there. Wasn't quite able to kill enough figures fast enough before losing 3 of his biggest, most important figures to the Grenadier there. That was a really big grenade play. So that is going to be it. Mark winning the top 4 with his all troopers all the time. I mean, I guess the ISBs aren't troopers, but no Thrawn, no Krennic, nothing like that. Just straight up beef. 4-point and 3-point figures all the way. So we're going to see him in the finals against Morgan's Saboteurs. We'll have to see what happens there. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you next time.